So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. And this time, we're going to go through the players I would like to see come through the door this summer. After causing dramas yesterday, a lot of you were very upset with the players that I'd like to get rid of, or some of them anyway. Oh, this guy's so toxic. Get over yourselves, guys. Get over yourselves. It's an opinion, guys. It's an opinion. But anyway, make sure. Why is my missus texting me? She's supposed to be on a plane, guys. But anyway, make sure you are smashing these likes up and make sure you are subbing to the channel as well. That would be amazing. That would be absolutely amazing if you could do that. Also, check out the video that I've just dropped on Lee Reacts about McTominay, new contract, double his dough as well. Not only that, Southgate rumours are heating up, guys. Heating up. Ineos are doing great. But listen, make sure you also check out the podcast later with Kenny and Jez as well. That's dropping at 3:30 live on here. And then tonight on Lee Reacts, I should, 99.9%, should be doing Sweden versus Albania. So come and check that watch along out. So yeah, looking forward to all of that. And make sure you are obviously sharing the content around. Anyway, let's get rid of goodbye. I'm busy. Anyway, let's go through very quickly some of the players. I said I get all of the players. I want to add this up. Aaron Ramsdale, we could probably get about 35, 40 mil for him. Let's say 40, right? That's one we were getting rid of yesterday. Right, now let's go. Carl Hein. Yeah, I'd probably bin him as well, although we ain't going to get much for him. So let's say 3 mil. Let's carry on. Right, who else was there? Cedric's going for nothing. Tomiyasu I'd get rid of. That obviously upset people. Probably get 20 mil for him. So Zinchenko, I don't know whether people have got it. I don't know whether they need hearing aids, whether they need an ear check. I don't know, because I've seen a few people in the comments going, he's so good. He's not a good defender. Open your ears, lads. These are ears. These are called ears. And if you open them and listen, rather than just getting all our rates, you'll understand that I said I'd keep him if we're going to play him in midfield. So on that basis alone, if we're going to play him in midfield, he stays. And I also said he's very good at his short passing game. But Lee Gunner's just negative. If I'm that negative, stop fucking watching it. How about that? Instead of crying in my comments, you mutants, mutantes. Anyway. So we'll keep him for now because we'll play him in midfield. There you go. You okay now? Would you like bot? If you be good, you can have some jelly and ice cream. Jorginho. How much are we getting for Jorginho? 8 mil? Okay, cool. Let's go. What else we got? If Fabio Vieira, bin him, we'll probably get about 25 mil. What else we got? El Neni. I think he's going for literally peanuts. Let's say 1 million. Who else was there? Jesus, I said I'd been. That upset a few of you. Oh well. Let's say 40 mil. Who else we got? Nketiah, the king of Zamunda. Let's say 25 mil. Smith Rowe, let's say 20. What else did we have? Girantini. Well, let's just say 10. Nuno Tavares, let's say 8. And Konku, let's just say 1. And who else was there? Oh, yeah, Sambila Konga. Let's just say 10 mil. Marquinhos is on loan until next January. So, yeah, let's just go with that for now. That totals 211 million quid, by the way. Did I include Party in there? Did I put Party in there? I think I missed Party, didn't I? I did miss Thomas Party. So let's add another 15 mil. 226 million quid that we are going to get if we sell all of the players that I want to get rid of. Now, let's go shopping. Let's go shopping, guys. Let's go shopping. All right. We need, obviously, a new defender. And there's a few defenders out there. I quite like Anderson at Palace. But I know some of you hipsters that don't watch sport in Lisbon. I know you pretend you do. I know you pretend you do because apparently Victor Gokaris is the best thing since sliced bread. Nobody watches sporting, lads. But I know a lot of you like this Diamonde fella. How much is this Diamonde geezer worth? How much is he worth? I don't know, 40 mil maybe? Let's have a look. Let's see what his value is. Let's have a look. Usman Diamonde. He's valued at 40 million euros, guys, which is about 35 M's. So let's add him to the list, yeah? So we're minus that off of our spending money. Minus 35. We could also go and get a few midfielders because obviously we're getting rid of El Neni, Vieira, Jorginho and Partey. We're going to move Zinchenko into midfield. But now we need a couple of midfielders. Now, for me personally, I quite like the geezer at Fulham. But I know everyone's on this Project Epstein, Project DiCaprio. Everything has to be young these days. But it's a youth project. Shut up. Go and get me Paulinho. 50 M's. Paid alreadies. Job done, guys. Yeah, job done. 50 M's. And do you know what I like about Paulinho? Every time I've watched him, he's got better. Like, I know they've been panned a few times, but he always seems to be the best player on the pitch whenever I watch him. And I know Iwobi scored a few goals recently and whatever. Every time I watch Fulham, he plays all right. And I'm like, yo, this guy, listen, Bayern Munich tried to buy him. That was all but done. That was around 50 M. So let's just say 50 mil. Right. Now we need another midfielder, guys. And there's so many midfielders out there. But this is going to surprise you because I don't particularly rate this geezer very highly. However, he is definitely better than Mohamed El Neni. In my opinion, he's better than Fabio Vieira, albeit a slightly different position in midfield. Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz, guys. That is a player that can play the Jorginho stroke El Neni role, and both of them are backups, by the way. So let's go and get him as a backup. How much is he going to cost? Let's say 35. So far, we have 106 mil left. Now, we need a winger. And as much as I'd love to sign Pedro Neto, let's just be real with this right now. And I think he's absolutely top flipping class. The rebuttal back on that will be, but he's always injured, Lee. So is Thomas Partey. So is Tommy Asu, but you want to keep them, don't we, guys? Well, anyway, we're not going to buy Pedro now. We are going to put an offer in to Ajax for their winger, who is on loan at Porto, Francisco Conceição. How much would he cost? He's only on loan until the end of the season. How much would he cost? Because players generally from that league don't go for a lot of money. So let's assume he's around 40 million, yeah? So let's minus 40 off of that. I leave 66. But now we need a striker, guys. And we need a decent striker. And there's only one option for me. Not the hipster at Sporting that nobody watches. One striker and one striker only. Ivan Toney. Now let's assume he's going to cost 75 mil. We have now spent a grand total of 9 million after we've got rid of all them players. 9 million, guys. I should be running the club. Light work. I've literally just fixed Arsenal's bench just like that. We do, however, need a goalkeeper. And this is where I'm kind of struggling, if I'm honest. However, I'm gonna just go for the Real Madrid third choice goalkeeper. Because as soon as Courtois is back, he ain't getting a game. And let's just be real with it. He is not getting a game. Courtois will be getting a game week in, week out in every competition. So put a bid in. Put a bid in for Lunin. Go and get him. He's happy to play second fiddle to Courtois, so he'll be happy to play second fiddle at Arsenal, right? And not only that, this manager will rotate the goalkeepers for different competitions, whereas Real Madrid, it's normally Courtois for most, although he has been injured for the whole season. Come back from his injury, his ACL, and then done an MCL in the very first training session. How unfortunate is that, by the way? So yeah, let's say that we get him for 20. We've done 29 mil. We would have spent 250 odd million quid, and we've fixed the whole bench. Now, I see a lot of people, and this is why I wanted to do this video as well. This is why I wanted to do both of these videos, because it does spark talking points. Because we're not always going to agree on players in and players out. And this is why the comment section is open. It's an open forum, guys. You can actually leave yours and leave your players rather than crying about my picks. You can actually put yours in. I don't know if you lot can all spell. I know a lot of you can't. I know a lot of you that don't like my channel that watch it are thick as pig shit. I understand that. The ones that do watch it and enjoy it, big up to you, because you always leave your comments and they're decent. But the mutants, yeah, less so. So if you can spell and you are a mutant and you don't like the picks that I've picked, feel free to leave yours, guys. And if you do it well, you might get a fruit shoot. Although we've upgraded to Prime now. But you can have some jelly and ice cream if you behave. I love this game. But anyway, I've seen a lot of people, and this is what I wanted to say. A lot of people are saying, but you're just going to get rid of 10 players. You just want to get rid of the bench. How many of these players are going to want to come in and play second fiddle? Well, this is the genius concept, guys. Conceição is 21 years old. You lot love a youngster. He's going to be competing with Bukayo Saka. This is where Bukayo Saka needs competition, because Reece Nelson ain't it. I forgot to add Reece onto that as well, by the way, because I said Reece ago. So there's another 10 mil. So we've actually only done about, what, 20 mil in after we've added money on. I'm a genius. We should just employ me. Get rid of Edu, guys. Get me into the football club. I will do the business, guys. But anyway, we need competition for the starting 11. And this is where, like, I don't think people understand what I'm trying to say. Because when you look at Real Madrid's bench, they've got top players on the bench. When you look at Man City's bench, they've got top players on the bench. They have Bernardo on the bench, Jack Grealish on the bench, for God's sake. Do you know what I'm saying here? Yeah, they have Alvarez on the bench a lot of times, although this season he's played a lot more. But that's down to the fact Kevin De Bruyne and Haaland have been out injured at times. So he has featured a lot more. But normally he's on the bench. And this is why them two clubs in particular are the most elite clubs on the planet right now, because they have two top managers that tell these team players, the whole team, the whole squad, listen, we're gonna have about 60 odd games this season. You're not going to play every week. However, you will play enough games, and if we all club together, guys, we will arrive in the end stages, the latter stages of the majority of competitions. Hence why Man City are in another semi-final. Hence why Man City used to always win the League Cup and win the league. Hence why Man City are still in a title race. Hence why Man City are still in the Champions League. Hence why Real Madrid have already won a competition this season. Hence why they are top of their league and in the quarters of the Champions League. Yes, we're in the quarters, and yes, we're top of the league, joint with Liverpool at the moment, but we are top. However, the domestic cups we're an absolute disgrace in. And this is what I am trying to say. Paulinho could come in and take 29's place. 29, you could potentially go up front and play second fiddle to Ivan Toney. Jesus ain't going to be here anymore because I've binned him. But now we've got Trossard and Martinelli for the left. We've got Conceição and Saka for the right. We've got Ivan Toney, who's going to be our main boy, but now 29 can come in. And 29 can also play midfield. But so can Paulinho. Zinchenko and Odegaard can switch. He is a number 10, believe it or not, Zinchenko. And there's games where Odegaard don't need to play. Let's just be real with it. Some of these dead games that we play, just play Odegaard, play Zinchenko. But now if we have a defensive crisis, well, we've got Diamonde to come in. Yeah, we've got Kivior, who I'm keeping for now. We've got players, Ben White. I think we're sorted with defensive side of things. But if we do have a crisis, we can put 35 Zinchenko back in there. Not that I'd really want to, but that's like when we're down to the bare bones. You've got Declan Rice in midfield. You've got Douglas Luiz that can come in. Yeah, and this is what the top clubs do. They buy players, yeah, to challenge the first team, to actually keep them on their toes. Jack Grealish sits on the bench for Doku. But then other games, Bernardo Silva's on a bench. And it's like, whoa, then Foden will sit on the bench. And this is why that club always get to the finals and to the latter stages of competitions, because they don't sit there going, don't trust the bench, lads. Look how many times Mikel Arteta don't sub on Eddie Nketiah. Look how many times he don't sub on Reece. How many times Smith Rowe sits on the bench, don't get a game. What is the point? The point is he don't trust them. So how about get rid of them and go and buy some better quality players that you do trust so that you can rotate the squad a lot more. We won't have burnout. We can go through further in competitions. This is what big clubs do, lads and lasses and unicorns. Non-binary unicorns, of course. But this is what big clubs do. And listen, we're not always going to agree on 100% of the things 100% of the time. I get that. However, Paulinho, as much as I really rate Douglas Luiz, is a major upgrade on Mohamed El Nini, another one who never comes off the bench. So you're just wasting a bench player. You're just wasting a spot on the bench. So go and put somebody on there who can come on and affect a game, can shore it up. Yeah, you're winning the game, bang. Get him on, shut up shop. Yeah, get Diamonde on there or Anderson, whoever you want to buy. Shut up shop. Now we're going 7 at the back. We're closing up shop. Yeah. Now you throw 29 on with Ivan Toney. Yeah, but now 29 can drop into midfield. He can drop out to the left. He can drop out to the right. We've seen him do it. Let's just be real. I don't particularly rate him. However, he can be effective in games. We've seen it. He was a shithouse against Liverpool. He got their centre-back sent off. He was having it with Van Dijk. He threw the Lino's flag out of his hand, etc., etc. So, listen, this is what big clubs have to do. Sitting there with Reece Nelson, Cedric Suarez, Mohamed El Neni, yeah, Fabio Vieira, Smith, all on the bench, and your manager ain't going to use them. Why? Because he doesn't trust them. So get rid of them. We can get money for them. We've just proven that. There will be clubs out there that spend 25 on Eddie, that will spend 20 on Smith Rowe, that will spend 8 million on Tavares, 10 million on Kieran Tierney. All of this adds up, by the way. Get rid of Jesus, you get 40 for Jesus. Now go and put that towards a striker that can actually score goals. Move Zinchenko into midfield, rotate him with Odegaard. He plays centre, he plays as an 8 for his country. Come on, what are we doing here, guys? Listen, it's just my thoughts on it. You guys let me know what you think. If you want to cry, cry. If you don't want to cry and you actually want to put some constructive comments in the chat, feel free, guys. Anyway, I will be back in 4.5 hours with the lads for the podcast. No Matty today, unfortunately, he's working. But yeah, looking forward to that. Smash the likes up, comments and donations down below. Get your comments in. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, we're out of here. I'll be back later on Lee Reacts. Check out the video on Lee Reacts about Man United. And we're out of here.